Good morning. Y'all are feeling rowdy today. Woo. There you go. Well, my name is Adena I use she, her pronouns, and I'm your Director of Lifespan Religious Exploration. And today we're talking a bit about welcome and how that relates to our theme of vulnerability, which we've been talking about for the whole month. And when we're thinking about welcome, there's a story by religious educator Becky Brooks that comes to mind. But before I begin the story, I have a little disclaimer/reminder. So, one of the greatest things about being a Unitarian Universalist is knowing that we are all on our own personal journey to find truth and meaning in our own lives and decide what that means for us. So the story I'm about to read mentions someone named God. And some people's personal truth may tell them that they need to change the name a little. So when you hear the name, if you need to, I'm okay with you thinking Spirit of Life instead, or Great Unknown, or Mystery, or Universe, or even Samantha. Wait, do I even know a Samantha? I'm kidding. All of this is to say, I'm going to say God, but you can hear the story in a way that works for you. Best for your personal truth. So, once there was a teacher named Sophia. And Sophia had been a teacher in the town where she lived for a long time. So long that the kids that she first had in her class grew up and had kids of their own and sent them to her class too. I'm working on doing that here, right? Nearly everyone in the town knew Sophia and loved her because not only was she an excellent teacher, but she was also very kind. And one day when Sophia got to work, she found a note on her desk. The note read, "Dear Sophia, I will be around tomorrow. I wonder if I might stop by your house for tea tomorrow afternoon. Your friend, God." At first, Sophia thought it was a joke, but the more she thought about it, the more she realized that if it was a joke, it wasn't a very funny joke. And she couldn't think of anyone who would play a joke on her like that. Then she thought, what if it isn't a joke? What if God really was coming to her house tomorrow afternoon? Sophia thought she should get ready, just in case. So on her way home from work, she stopped by the store and bought one of those mats people put on the porch that says in big letters, "Welcome." Then she got home, she cleaned her house from top to bottom, she brought in fresh flowers from the garden and put them in a vase in the living room, and she cleaned until everything was sparkly. And in the morning, Sophia realized she didn't know what God liked to eat. So she baked some bread, and she made a casserole, and she made some fruit salad, and she baked some cookies too. And what about the tea? Did God like hot tea or iced tea? We are in the South. She thought, maybe I should make both. And what if God's favorite thing in the whole world was lemonade? She thought she should make some of that too. She was so nervous, she didn't know what to expect, and just then there was a knock on the door. Sophia's heart went pat, pat, pat. She took a big breath, opened the door slowly, and on the other side was the mayor of the town. "Hello, Sophia. I was walking by and smelled some delicious fresh baked bread." Sophia said, "I'm so glad you're here. Come in. I'm expecting a very important visitor who you might want to meet. Please come in and make yourself at home." So Sophia and the mayor sat having a nice discussion when there was a knock at the door. Sophia's heart went pat, pat, pat. Can you do that? Pat, pat, pat. She took a deep breath, opened the door slowly, and on the other side was a group of children from her class. "Hello, Miss Sophia. We were walking by and noticed the smell of fresh baked cookies." Sophia said, "I'm so glad you're here. Come in. I'm expecting a very important visitor who you might want to meet. Please come in and help yourself to some cookies." The children were giving the mayor some much-needed advice when there was a knock at the door. Sophia's heart went pat, pat, pat. Deep breath, open the door. It was the entire Women's Covenant group from church. "Hello, Sophia. We heard the tea kettle and laughter and thought you might be having a party." Sophia said, "I'm so glad you're here. Come in. I'm expecting a very important visitor who you might want to meet. Please come in and make yourself at home." And all afternoon, people stopped by Sophia's house. Lured by the yummy smells and the happy sounds, the townspeople filled her house upstairs and downstairs and overflowed into the backyard and the front yard. As they got hungry, they made dinner together and ate as the sun set and the moon rose. It was a great party. People were playing games and telling stories and baking and playing music and talking together. Sophia had such a nice time that she completely forgot about her very important guest. Even as she waved goodbye to her friends at the end of the night, she felt only contentment at having such a lovely party. In the morning, though, Sophia woke up and remembered everything. She was confused. Whatever happened to that God? All during her walk to work, she tried to figure out what had happened. Along the way, she smiled and waved at people she ran into who had been at her party. She thought to herself that she really should do that again sometime. And when Sophia arrived to work, she was surprised to find another note on her desk. It read, "Dear Sophia, I had such a wonderful time yesterday. The bread was delicious. The cookies were divine. Tea mixed with lemonade is my very favorite. Thank you for being such a wonderful host. I hope we can do it again soon. Love, God." And I love this story, and I think that it's a beautiful way to think about UU educator C.B. Beale's idea of preemptive radical inclusion, which basically says when we don't know exactly what people want or need, we try our best to be ready for them, right? And when we do, everyone will feel more welcome. Sophia made bread and cookies and tea and lemonade and casserole and fruit salad because she didn't know what God would like, but she wanted them to feel welcome. I think we're going to talk a little bit more about ways we can do that here in our community, but my challenge to you this week is to think about UUCC. What is something that makes you feel welcomed when you are here? What is something you can do to make others feel welcomed? If we all do something like that, then we will be ready for a visit from anyone. Who knows? Maybe even God or Samantha.